Hello, this is My Randomology, and today we're going to find out if the bad guys really have more fun. Cruella. Alright, first time I saw this trailer, I figured it was going to be kind of like Maleficent, the one with Angelina Jolie, where it's kind of the story told from the point of view of the villain. And even though Maleficent wasn't exactly that, it was more of like an origin story slash retelling of the Sleeping Beauty thing. It was okay. Like, I don't know, there was something about it that was missing for me. I'm still not entirely sure what it was. But then I saw the trailer for Cruella, and it felt more, I don't know, more grounded, which is not to say that the fantasy aspects in Maleficent took away from the story. That's not it at all. It just felt more like Cruella was a little bit more, I don't know if relatable is the right word. It's difficult to explain, but it hit different. And I was really kind of blown away by the narration in the trailer, which I thought was Emma Thompson, actually, when I first heard it, because I heard it and I didn't think, oh, it's Emma Stone. And then just the little performance that was shown in the full trailer, it was good. Like, it's not to say that I ever thought Emma Stone was a bad actress, but this was very much different from what I'd seen of her. I haven't seen too much of her work, but it should be interesting. The trailer definitely gave off, and I'm not the first person to say this, it definitely gave off, you know, Joker vibes, that kind of thing. But I'm really interested in stories like this. The story of, you know, the villain's journey, not the hero's journey. Heck, I wrote an entire master's thesis on this topic, which I might actually link down there if anybody's actually curious to read what I mean by the villain's journey. So I'm curious to see this from an old Disney fan point of view, from an academic point of view. I've avoided spoilers, thankfully, and I just I just bought it off of Disney Plus for early access, so let's check out Cruella. Alright, think of the music. Got some English breakfast tea. I figured it was fitting for this. Oh, we're gonna start there, okay.
Oh no. We're starting here?
I just said that.
From the very beginning, I've always made a statement.
Is it really a statement if it's something you're born with?
That's
yeah.
Unfortunate. But I wasn't.
Oh, bitch!
Speaking of, it wasn't her I was challenging. It was the world.
I'm a little worried because this is very much like my little girl. She likes to do things her way. Not in a bad way. She just likes doing things like kind of the offbeat way.
Hi, my name's Estella. Look, a skunk's got loose in the building.
Kids are dicks, man. She's not the one instigating all this. Come on. See, I like this because at this point, there's nothing, I guess, bad about her. She's very outspoken. She's very much her own person. And like I said, it's very much actually like kind of like my daughter. She is very outspoken about the way that she likes, you know, to wear her clothes and, you know, patterns and art, and she likes to do things on her own, her way. She's very independent in that regard. So I like this, right? Like, it's not like she was born bad. That's the thing I was afraid that this was gonna do, and it would have been the easy but really cheap way to do an origin story. So far so good.
I'll be less trouble from now on, Mum. I promise.
See, at this point she really does have a heart. I like that. She's impulsive, but she's got a heart. have this weird feeling that after the cake and the fashion show and all this, that this is going to turn into the 100 Days of Sodom. I just have a feeling about it. I could be wrong. I'm probably not. A child scandalous! Things went from 0 to dark really effing quick right there. Oh my god. Oh, I'm not laughing because it's funny. That just kind of came out of nowhere.
I made it to London after all. Regent's Park. But no tea.
It's all my fault, buddy.
No mum.
I never should have gone in.
I was an orphan.
My necklace.
Sad story. Genius girl turns into stupid girl who gets her mother killed. And ends up alone.
See, this is what I mean by the villain's journey, because at this point, this could easily be the hero's story. You know, she's very much a blank slate. She's got that impulsiveness, but she's also very smart. She definitely has a heart, right? She adopted the dog. She made a friend. She very much loved her mother. She feels guilt. She understands the difference between doing something good and something wrong, but she's very young. So the path right now could go either way. That's kind of cool. Don't tell me they just squat here just by themselves.
I think we lost her.
You think?
I don't think he thinks. Gotta hope that was a CG dog.
I think you should stay here. Be a part of our gang.
What? What?
A girl? Here?
And there was one thing I knew they'd be looking for.
Cripes!
Why does everybody act like her having white in her hair is like a third arm growing out of her ear? I mean, I'll admit it's not common, but it's white hair.
I need to dye my hair.
I don't know. I quite like it.
I do too. That is the best trained dog I've ever seen in my life. Still very much could go either way at this point.
It's the most fashionable department store in the city. How did you do this?
Yeah, no, pulled a couple of strings.
I got you.
I know this is looking like a wonder, but I am wondering if I look back if I could see where shots were stitched together. That was a transition. That was definitely a transition.
Really?
You have a circular slice of banana on your cheek. Other side.
Ugh.
Wipe the face. Now.
This man's got a stick so far up his ass, I'm surprised it's not coming out of his nose. Oh boy. I feel like that was a lot more full before she grabbed it. Not that I don't like the song, but I feel like it is literally in every movie with a scene like this. Especially period pieces.
Fart.
I think she wanted to say another F word. Trelawney's doing great after getting fired from Hogwarts.
No, she was fired. Yeah. We're trying to give these wretches a chance, but, breeding. Need I say more?
I want him knocked off a cliff after the dogs maul him and eat his face. A lot. I feel like I've seen this staircase somewhere else. See, I feel like the Baroness is like the proto-Cruella, if that makes any sense. Like, right now she's the villain because I think she was the one at the beginning. I may have missed something, but I'm pretty sure that's it. So, also that she's extreme. She looks to be extremely stuck up. A lot of them do.
Why are you speaking?
I think you've nicked me.
Fabrics? You give me red like that.
What was a character moment? She cut your hand and you're smiling. Jeez. All right. I like her outfit there. I actually like it a lot.
I could do with a lining.
You could use tulle to puff it out. With some body.
That's what I just said.
I'm really hating the Baroness just for how stuck up she is at this point, which I know is the point. I don't know. I'm not seeing what's going to turn Estella into Cruella yet. I mean, this is still very much as a character. I mean, I know how she's going to end up. I know she's going to be Cruella de Vil. I know that. But we haven't gotten to the point where she's going to be an... I mean, right now she's kind of an anti-hero, you know, grew up as a thief, has done some, you know, questionable things in that respect. But I'm not seeing where this is going to turn into her turning into Cruella. So, and that's actually a good thing. Like, I like that ambiguity. I like the fact that the story could go either way. And that's part of what I mentioned earlier, the villain's journey.
I think you're... something. Come along.
I can't tell if that was supposed to be a compliment.
Your necklace.
Oh. Family heirloom. Funny story, actually. An employee once she stole this. I was stupid enough to come back. And she fell off a cliff and died.
How terrible.
As it was, actually. It was during my winter ball, and her death really overshadowed the whole thing.
Well, there's the moment I was waiting for. Also, I'm so sorry that a woman's death overshadowed your ball. Cue Cruella. Don't try it. Don't try it. You're literally the only one in the room. Don't try it. And here's where we make a choice.
I had. And I wasn't going to fail her again.
Told you. She always comes here.
Oh, these two are still in the movie.
I've discovered she likes to throw women who offend her sensibilities out of her parties. Old women. Women in gold. Sad women. Besides, wreaking havoc at galas is my personal specialty.
Well,
I mean, you've
that,
only
but
done
it's
it one
good.
time, so...
Won't she recognise?
Hell of an entrance. That's the shot that I loved in the trailer right there.
Someone's stolen my necklace.
Play it, boys.
Well, there's your distraction and your cover and everything else.
That dog! Stop! Steve!
Oh, the plot thickens. Again, so far, hero story, villain story, it could really go either way. I'm liking the way they're handling the character in that regard. right now she's kind of an anti-hero. I mean, you know, an anti-hero is, you know, a hero who uses dubious means to do a right thing. So I don't know. I'm clearly, you know, the fact that the Baroness killed her mom is the trigger. Now, how she chooses to pursue that's what's gonna turn her into Cruella. And I'm very curious because up until this point, she's, you know, yes, she's a thief and all these things, but she is a good person overall. I mean, she's very impulsive. She has a very high opinion of herself, but none of these are evil traits. So I'm wondering how we get from this to Cruella de Vil.
Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Well, I'd like to add one more.
Revenge?
Revenge.
Called it.
So, let's begin.
You're not going to kill her, are you?
It's not part of the current plan, but we might need to be adaptable, all of them.
All right, sorry, slow down. What do we...
Darling, if I'm going to need to repeat myself a lot, this isn't going to work out.
All right, that felt like too hard of a swerve. Like she went almost, she's like 50-60% into Cruella mode, and I get that she's angry, but it felt like she went into this new persona way too quickly.
Well, I'm starting to remember that you have a bit of an extreme side.
Well, then you remember what fun that is.
We're getting into Joker territory here.
Settle, Genghis.
The dog's name is Genghis?
I'm just getting started, darling. And I need help. I want to make art arty. And I want to make trouble. You in?
I do love trouble.
Well, I'm not fully on board the character just turning this quickly. I think it could have been handled a little bit better. I am really actually liking the way that Emma Stone is playing both Estella and Cruella. I think she's doing a really good job kind of differentiating them. The huskiness in her voice is different. The way she's handling herself is very different. So it's very much a performance in character for her. I like that. I like the way she's differentiating between both personalities. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but still in story, I still think it's too fast.
Horace, game's on.
Oh, you're kidding me! You animals!
How are they funding all these workers down there? I have questions story-wise. Like, where does she get all those wonderful toys? She probably steals them. That's probably the most straightforward answer to that question. Right there, she is about one industrial accident away from being a Batman villain. I know jack squat about fashion. I know you're not supposed to wear, black socks with brown shoes, but I am absolutely loving some of these outfits that she's doing. She looks like a straight up supervillain. I love it.
Yes, go to lunch, you lazy fools.
We all know that food is for the weak. I feel like that thing should weigh a few 100 pounds.
You care what an obstacle wants or feels, you're dead. If I'd cared about anyone or thing, I might have died like so many brilliant women, with a drawer full of unseen genius and a heart full of sad bitterness.
This is assuming you can feel anything, you little sociopath.
Your own label. Whether you have the killer instinct is the big question.
Ah, okay. And see, now this is the temptation phase of the journey. The hero goes through this. The villain goes through this as well. This is the point where she's starting to realize if she wants that power, that dream, this is what she's going to have to do. And it's that giving into that temptation that differentiates the hero from the villain. So, again, that's the moment I was looking for. I'm wondering about the character arc between the friends here. I mean, it was built up very nicely, and I don't know, understanding only goes so far. You know, I want to go back to what I said earlier about her being an industrial accident away from being a Batman villain. No, she's there. She is fully, completely there. Stop, I wanna hear. Wait, was this song out in 1974? I think it was. All right. As good as this is as a guitar solo for, you know, her story arc, I'm really hoping that's not the Dalmatian she's wearing.
I know you killed my mother.
You're going to have to be more specific.
Cruella, a shining star in London's West End fashion.
Yeah, I'm sure this isn't going to look suspicious at all. And the person who saved her is... birth certificate?
The Baroness has a kid.
You.
Oh.
May I walk you through it?
Please, I'm confused.
The Baron was a sweet old guy. The Baroness, on the other hand, she's a true narcissist.
Well, that's an understatement.
So when the Baron was away on business and she ordered me to do the unthinkable.
You know what to do.
It was a diabolical request. I
No
knew I
kidding.
needed to protect you.
That psycho cannot be my mother.
I'm pretty sure she can. Again, the villain's journey, the hero's journey. This is where she's going to make the choice of being Estella or Cruella, and she's very much going to choose Cruella. I am what I am kind of stuff.
So this is a confusing day.
Oh, that legendary British understatement.
I guess you were always scared, weren't you, that I'd be a psycho? Like my real mom.
You know, nature versus nurture. I feel like we're kind of glossing over a lot of that.
But the thing is, I'm not sweet Estella. Try as I might. I never was.
Yeah, you were. You just found out about this, like, an hour ago.
I'm Cruella. Born brilliant. Born bad. And a little bit mad.
So I like this, right? Like, it's not like she was born bad. That's the thing I was afraid that this was gonna do, and it would have been the easy but really cheap way to do an origin story.
Do you hear that? Well, it's something.
Is she gonna Terminator this? Yep, she's gonna Terminator this.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I fancy a fryer.
Yeah, I'll fancy a fry up without her.
There's no easy way to say this. Baroness is my birth mother.
Money.
She gave me a way to die. And then killed the sweetest woman, albeit a liar, who ever lived.
I feel like we're missing some context here.
I went a bit mad.
A bit?
You're my family.
Which is why I'm going to treat you like crap and pay you.
She was a family guard.
Yeah, she did. It's working.
Yeah, alright, fine.
Hey, what is this, Fast and Furious?
You don't turn your back on family.
But people do need a villain to believe in, so I'm happy to fit the bill.
Fabulous.
It's a good line. I just wish it had been
Aren't you dead?
handled a little better in story.
Well, I find it very difficult to say no to you sometimes.
It's one of the things I love about you.
You know, it makes you easy to manipulate. I mean, to rub it in her face like this, it's beautiful.
To Cruella.
Who died mysteriously after embarrassing me for weeks.
The dogs.
She's here. I can feel it.
That little prick. Alright, poetic. I've been talking a lot about the villain journey, and for her, it could still go one way or the other. Like, she can still make the choice to be the better person. I don't know if we needed that flashback, like we literally just watched it.
Can I hug you?
You're gonna throw her off. Or plant a knife somewhere.
Idiot.
Yep. Everybody saw it.
She jumped. Did you see? She jumped.
And it's on video.
Wrong someone, but there's something about poetic justice that's just so...
Poetic.
poetic.
Low-hanging fruit, come on. Again, I love this song, but I feel like it's just kind of the stock song to go to in situations like this. So she's not quite Cruella yet. Alright, definitely on the path. Stuck on the gray side. Oh, wait. Mid-credit scene. Is there a mid-credit scene? But why send him a dog? Yeah, I'm iffy on this setup for what's basically going to be 101 Dalmatians. Okay, now we can talk about it. Well, that was a thing. Alright, so first off, the good stuff. Wardrobe department, I think, did a wonderful job. The design for all the clothes definitely gave off this larger-than-life look. I know I kept bringing it up like she's going to turn into a Batman villain. It looked like... Yeah, it definitely had that over-the-top design that fit her character wonderfully. I liked Emma Stowe's performance. I like how she differentiated between Estella and Cruella. There's all these little things that she did with the performance, the way she carried herself, the voice, that really did make it look like it was two separate people. At the same time, the way that they handled Estella becoming Cruella, I have a few issues with. I think the turn from one to the other happened way too quick. It happened way too early in the story too. She went from Estella into Cruella mode like that. And then the revelation of Baroness is actually her mother. It's not a bad twist, you know. It's a little bit predictable. Not terribly so. But then for that to just kind of, again, flip that switch and just kind of put her into full Cruella mode. I felt it was too sudden of a change. You know, we were doing fine. There were all the seeds were planted there for her to be the villain or the hero. Obviously, she's going to become the villain. I don't know. I think the transition could have been handled a lot better. Let me take these off. And she's not quite the villain yet. I mean, everything that she did, I think, puts her in anti-hero territory, because the person she was doing all this to was obviously way worse. You know, the implication here is that the Baroness has killed a lot of people, which is what you have to do when you have basically a villain protagonist like in this movie. But she's not Cruella yet. Like, she didn't actually make that choice to be this fully self-centered narcissist. Or maybe she did. I mean, it's the way that she's treating her two friends too. The fact that they're still sticking around with her, I think, says a lot about their characters as well. So, yeah, I think the transition could have been handled better. And Cruella's not in a place where she is Cruella yet. There's still something in her that is good. She's not, you know, the thing that'll scare you. If she doesn't scare you, no evil thing will. So that might be for the sequel. It was a fun movie. I'm not going to say that it wasn't, but there are enough things in here that I'm concerned about as a writer, as somebody who literally wrote a paper on this, on the villain's journey, that I'm taking some issue with. Again, not to take away from Emma Stone and her performance. She played the role that was written, and I think she did an admirable job with it. And Emma Thompson, always good. I don't think I've ever seen her in a movie and not liked her. So she did wonderfully there. If I'm gonna give this a grade, I'm probably gonna give it either a flat B or a B plus. I really did like a lot of things in it, but because the core story is something that I have studied, and I don't think it was handled with the finesse that it should have been, because this is kind of a touchy thing. It's a villain. It's a character we know will be a villain. She has to be the villain eventually, right? For 101 Dalmatians. And I think her transformation from the sweet little girl to where she kind of ends at the end, it wasn't handled well. It wasn't handled correctly. So I'm gonna settle on a flat B. The story element is a huge part of this. Otherwise, it just kind of feels like we, the audience, are kind of getting dragged along for the ride. And that's it. That's Cruella. And that's it. So that's Cruella. And that's all I have to say about that. And remember, if you like what you are seeing here, right down there is a link for a Patreon page. You want to keep the lights on? Go ahead and subscribe. You'll get access to early releases, some exclusive stuff, a couple of videos that I'll only post for patrons for a good while. By the time this is up, I think the second episode of Loki should be up for patrons as well, and everybody else, you're going to get it a few days later. But if you want to be part of the action, you want to take part in polls, tell me what to watch next, sign up, and you can be part of this. You can help this grow. So that is it for me. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and sign up for notifications, and I will see you later.